loading right now. Okay, so let me go over to Instagram real quick and get it going over here. Give me 1 second. We are officially live. Okay. And we are live on Instagram. Okay, let me check Twitter and make sure we're good over here before we get started because something always messes up. Okay, we're good. We are live on everything. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to episode 149 of Titos&Chicken, your unofficial South Carolina Gamecocks podcast, coming at you with a low country state of mind. Oh, man, Lindsey, it's been a while. It's been a while since we've been back on here, haven't it? Jeez.
We're back.
We're back. It's like we're riding a bicycle all over again. I may fall off a couple of times with messing up, fumbling some words, but just bear with me. I'll catch on. But no, guys, seriously. Yeah, guys, we're so glad to be back. I know it's been a while, roughly, I would say 5 to 6 months. It's just in the off season, football off season, we don't really do too much, talk about too much. But, we just sat down one day and we were like, man, we got to get back going. I wonder what our fans think of us, like where the hell did they go? But we decided to come back and do a general talk, talk about the schedule, the football schedule, talk about an event going on today. Just kind of keep you guys up to date with what's been going on. So, but Lindsey, how you been doing in this 6-month break that we have taken?
Pretty good, Can't complain.
Yeah.
The summer is
Same
here, so that means, summer's here, so no work for me. So I get to enjoy the beach and all the fun things.
Yeah.
So we've been pretty good over here, so can't complain.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Speaking of the beach, I went to the beach. Was that yesterday? Day before yesterday, excuse me. It was nice. It's always nice going out there. People always say to me, like, you don't go to the beach often? I was like, guys, I'm from here. Like, I've been to this damn beach about 100-something times,
Yeah.
I don't know. I can understand people who aren't from here and they're just like, yeah, let's go to the beach. I get it. I get it. The beach is a good time. But again, when you've been living here over 20 years, it just kind of gets old after a while. So, but
it's a whole production, right? Having to bring all the things and the chairs,
find a spot, sand and everything. Little kids running up and down the beach streaming. It's just like, come on, dude. I have a pool right in the back of my complex. That's all I need. That's all I need. So, but so anyways, guys, we got a pretty lengthy episode here, but we're going to kind of condense it. Like I said, we just want to talk about a few things, hit on a few things that I feel that have been important that we haven't discussed. First of all, 71 days till kickoff. I repeat, 71 days. We're getting there. It's going to be, what's the August 31st? Yeah. That Sunday is going to be here before you know it. Yes, I said Sunday. We have a football game on Sunday. I was a little confused too at first when I heard about it, but it's going to be fun because everyone's off work Monday, So it's pretty much just a Saturday to me, So
I'm kind of glad that it's on a Sunday. I feel like it'll highlight us more, because Sunday or Saturday's going to be a full slate of games, but for us, it's us and LSU and Clemson, I think, on Sunday. So.
Yeah.
Pretty main event type vibes.
Yeah. And I really enjoyed the 3:30 slot, the kickoff slot. I am a fan of 3:30 kickoffs. I know a lot of people aren't. But I think it's a great time. It's in the middle of the day. It gives you time to tailgate, enjoy time with your friends, and get home at a reasonable hour. That game ends about 7:30. For me, who's in 2-hour drive back home, 2.5-hour drive back home, get home by 9, 10 o'clock. That's not awful.
Yeah.
It's just those 7 p.m., 7:30 kickoffs. You're just like, yeah, you got to stay at a hotel tonight, bud. It's like those are rough. Those are definitely rough. But I am a huge fan of that 3:30 kickoff for sure. And we're going to go into that schedule as we continue talking. First, oh, God, I forgot about this, guys. I got to mention this. Coastal Carolina. Holy shit. The Shants, everybody. The Chanticleers, the Beach Birds, wherever the hell you want to call them. 26-game winning streak.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's literally insane. They won it back in 2016, and they have a legit shot to do it again this year. They are running in. Yeah, they are legit. They are running into a very strong opponent, LSU. I've seen them. You and I have both seen them face to face. It was just sad watching them walk out of the dugout compared to our guys walking out of the dugout. It literally looked like varsity versus B team. Those kids were massive.
Yeah.
Like 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", just dogs. That's what they got on their team. That's why they are where they are, Don't get me wrong, Coastal's got some dogs too, especially in the bullpen.
Yeah, they do.
So I'm excited. First game's today, actually.
Yeah.
7:30, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I will definitely try to tune into that. I'm sure you will as well, Lindsay.
Yeah, we will. So. We might go to the quad and watch there. So be fun times.
Okay.
A little watch.
Okay. I'm sure there'll be a little crowd there.
Yeah.
Excited. Yeah. So, okay. All right. So what else I want to hit on? Mount Rushmore. I want to talk about this. Your game. I know I put this on you at spur of the moment. But give me your Gamecock Mount Rushmore, Lindsay. I gave you an hour to prepare for this.
It was not long enough.
Okay, you needed a day. I get it. Sorry.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, this is a super hard question, obviously. And you can only pick
a lot of great players.
Yeah. So you can only pick 4, which sucks because there's like a long list. But I kind of just based it off of, I don't know, in my lifetime and kind of like who I just love. And I think they're all great. But I picked 2 offensive players, 2 defensive players. So first one, of course, my love, Connor Shaw, definitely will be.
Definitely had a feeling that one was going on there.
Surprise! I think he's amazing. Clearly, needs to be up there. So he was my first offensive. Marcus Lattimore has to be up there. I mean, just an icon in my opinion. He's amazing, and he deserves that honor in my Mount Rushmore. And then my 2 defensive players, my favorite player probably ever, DJ Swearinger, has to go up there.
Wow. I didn't see that one coming.
What? Quintessential.
I mean, it's a great player. I get it. I haven't seen that one. I've been looking at a lot of Mount Rushmores, Gamecock Mount Rushmores, but I haven't seen that one. But I like that pick.
Yeah, I just see him like you'd have to put him like in his predator pose over Andre Ellington, like put him up there on Mount Rushmore looking like that, and it's amazing.
Yeah,
I love him so much.
Mean, you can't forget that. You literally can't forget where you were when that happened. Seriously, so I get that.
I love him so much. Like he's just like what I want our defense to be, like year in and year out, just like a dog, just doesn't care. So he was up there for sure. And then my last one, John Abraham, I put on. Kind of going back, a couple years.
Going back.
Yeah, going way back. But,
going back to Bill's days.
Yeah, exactly. He's incredible.
Bill is Lindsay's dad, by the way, guys. Sorry about that.
Bill. Shout out. But no, John Abraham, I love, and I'll never forget when I was in 4th grade at Meadowfield Elementary in Columbia. Shout out again.
Okay.
He and Kalimba Edwards came and spoke to our school. My mom kind of arranged it with Clyde Wren and was doing some kind of work with them, but he was just iconic. And I just remember like staring up at them, and they were like larger than life, when you're in 4th grade, and they're amazing. And so they talked to us, they signed our sweatshirts, and they were just so like down to earth. So I just feel like I have like this special connection with him and Kalimba Edwards specifically. But yeah, so he's my 4th. I mean, he is insane.
Yeah.
Such a great player, but I think too, just like that connection. So he was my 4. So those are my 4, but that was an impossibly hard question. So I could probably have 15 more Mount Rushmores, but there you go. That's what I threw together.
Okay. I mean, I can get behind that. Like I said, the DJ Swearinger pick was I was like, oh, okay, but I like it. I truly do like it.
Yeah,
so all my picks are pretty,
obvious.
Thank you. Who'd I go with? Alshon Jeffrey, one of the greatest receivers to go through South Carolina. Who else did I pick here? Lattimore. I like Lattimore. That one was a toss-up with me. It really was. Because I went with 2 running backs.
Okay.
And obviously, I'm sure you know who the other was, George Rogers.
Yeah.
Had to go with George Rogers. Heisman winner, just was a man, a dog, excuse me.
Yeah.
And my favorite player, I'm wearing his jersey right now.
Yeah.
I said Lattimore. I mean, Clowney. I had to go with Clowney. That guy just made such an impact on our program. Did he take plays off from time to time? He did. Let's just be real here. He did. Yeah. But he still he made such an impact, like I mentioned. I remember on that Valentine's Day when he committed to us in his auditorium, and I just lost. I just went crazy. I was like, wow, we actually landed this guy, So, he would have sold a ton of jerseys back then, or excuse me, how can I say this? Made a lot of money back then if NIL was a thing.
For sure.
But Clowney, I had to put Clowney up there. So Clowney, Lattimore, Rogers, and Jeffrey, and my honorable mention was Connor Shaw. Couldn't leave. I like Connor Shaw, winningest quarterback in our history. Yeah, South Carolina history. So, it's kind of hard to leave him off that, but it was between him and Lattimore, and I just have this soft place in my heart for Lattimore. I really do. Watching that injury that happened to him against Tennessee, Lindsey, he was just never really the same after that.
No, it's awful. Awful.
He was never really the same. So, okay, we got our Mount Rushmores out of the way. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. What else I want to talk about? Oh, the Cox by 90 event today at 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Guys, make sure you get out there. It's going to be a good time. It's at Jeff's Bar in 5 Points. What is it called? CB 18?
Yeah,
CB 18. I know it's going to be a great event. There's going to be players there from the football team. The softball coach is going to be there. Sean Elliott's going to be there as well.
Oh my God, I want to go.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, holy crap. So, if you're in town, if you're in the area, I would pop in and go. I check it out. Jeff's always throwing great events. Jeff's a good friend of mine. He does good things for the team, or excuse me, not the team, the university. Yeah. So definitely I'm going to get up there. I'm going to check it out, see what's going on. Me and Zach are going together. Nice. Yeah. So.
Wow, and I have FOMO. God.
Oh, stop it.
Just kidding.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sorry. I didn't. You're right. But no, it's going to be a great event. Like I said, football players, coaches, food, everything you can name. There's a dunk tank as well.
Oh, you got to get in there.
I think, but no, I'm good. I think Mike Uva is going to be sitting on the tank. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's going to be a great event, great little event. I'm sure it's going to be a good turnout as well. So,
yeah.
But, okay, guys, the main reason we are doing this episode because we want to talk about the schedule. They have released the times, the windows of the times of each game on our schedule. And I just want to go one by one. And Lindsey and I kind of talk about it and kind of predict what we think that actual time slot will be. We've already talked about Virginia Tech at 3:30. That's already out there. You agree that's a good time, you would say, for the most part?
Yeah, for sure. I'm actually stoked that it's the early slot, not the 7:30, because, he's like, you get the time to tailgate. You don't have to wait until 7:30, a little too late. Things can get a little crazy at night. So I think 3 o'clock That slot's perfect.
Okay. All right. We both agree with that. SC State at home at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just go to the next game. All right.
Cool.
we don't care what time we play them. We're gonna win. Vanderbilt. This is a controversial one. Vanderbilt at home, 7 p.m. or 7:45 at home.
Yeah.
I like those times. I like that. That's a nice night game. That's our first SEC game of the season.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you see what's their quarterback? Diego?
Pavia.
Yeah. Did you see? Yeah, I think that's what it is. Did you see like they had a press whatever, and he said no. He was with oh my God, Bussin' with the Boys or whatever the hell those people are.
Yeah.
And he had our game circled on their schedule. I was like, okay. Okay,
bro, you're gonna come in to Willie B and take the L. Like, bye.
Yeah.
Like,
what is this? Your 9th year in college football? Like, come on.
Yeah,
dude.
right.
You can actually,
hashtag
out there.
Like, what the hell? Like, he can get an extra year, but we still have to wait for
what facing. Yeah.
Like what
that's driving me crazy, buddy. I know we're going off subject, but that's literally driving me crazy. They have had to get hire. Have they had to hire lawyers, right?
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah.
It's really dumb. But that kid, that Vanderbilt quarterback, like, no, don't use our name to be relevant. Like,
exactly. And it's our first SEC game. Yeah. You know that stadium is just going to be rocking, literally. Sure. So I'm excited about that game for sure. 7, like we said, 7 p.m., 7:45. I think that's a great time. I think that game might make ESPN, so I think that'll be a 7 p.m. kickoff.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Because the 7:45 will be SEC Network.
Right.
So, okay.
I feel like
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I just feel like there'll be hype around that game.
Yeah.
I mean, and early days, like everybody else is playing. I think you have like an early game. I don't remember who it is. With that 13th, but I think it's early. Like it's already at a 3:30 slot. So I think 7 for us would make
sense. For ESPN. Yeah. Okay. Now our next game at Missouri. At Missouri is a flex. Mm-hmm. I see that being an afternoon game. I don't really see that being a night game there.
Yeah, I was looking, and Florida, Miami play that weekend. So I feel like they'll put them at the night slot and we would be like an afternoon, like you said. I agree.
Yeah. With Missouri lost a lot too. I don't really see them being as strong as they were last year. Losing Burden, losing Weiss, losing Cook, the quarterback.
Yeah.
Like they have lost a lot. So I definitely see that being an afternoon kickoff. Kentucky flex at home.
Yeah.
I see that being a night game.
Yeah, same. I feel like we always play Kentucky at night. Like I don't know. I feel like it always ends up that way. So
yeah. Well, Kentucky is 1,000% coming in for vengeance. With that, excuse me, guys, ass kicking that we delivered in Lexington last year. Yeah. I have never seen such a strong defensive performance in my life. I haven't.
Yeah.
Like, is that quarterback? Is that Vandergriff or something like that?
Yeah, Vandergriff.
Is he back?
Vandergriff, probably. I don't know. Well,
I hope so.
Probably.
Jeez.
I mean, where else is he going to go?
Yeah, right? He ain't getting drafted. I can promise you that.
Yeah, so exactly. So, I don't know. That's a good question, actually. But I feel...
Yeah, I'll look that up in a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I forgot. We literally eviscerated him. Oh, no.
It was bad.
That was really bad.
It was so fun, though, being at that game.
Oh, yeah.
Lindsey, it had gotten so bad at that game that I kind of stopped cheering, like in the second half. Because bad? Kentucky fans, I felt bad for Kentucky fans. They were just sitting behind us, just just in shock. Wow. And I'm sitting there like yelling and screaming, like pouring beer on my face, whatever the hell I was doing. Like it was wild. It was absolutely wild. But yes, I see that being a night game in Williams-Brice.
Yeah.
Oh God. So here we go. Here is the toughest part of the schedule here. at LSU. Let's be real. That's gonna be a night game.
It's in Baton Rouge, so
it's a flex. But that's gonna be a night game.
Honestly, I mean, I just feel like we have a very real chance of being 5-0 going into that game, and then that matchup. Remember last year, game day, like all the drama of that game. Like this is going to be one for the books, I would say. And so I think definitely, like you said, night game for sure.
I mean, like you mentioned, I can truly see 5-0 as well. Yeah. Think about it. Being 5. So let me backtrack here. Preseason, we go into the season ranked, I say 17, 18.
Okay.
You go 5-0. Where do you see us going into LSU in the rankings? Do you see us as a top 10 team?
I mean, when you look at the schedule, that's us 3-0 in the conference, because we're beating Vandy, Mizzou, Kentucky.
Yeah.
So I would say, I don't know, you know how they kind of low-key hate us. Yeah. So maybe not top 10, but I would say like 11, 12. Like we're right there,
Okay.
For sure.
So you possibly have a top 15 matchup.
Yeah.
Going into that game. Okay. All right. So we agree both night there for sure.
Yeah.
Then Oklahoma comes to town, and it's a noon game.
Yeah.
I was a little shocked on that one.
Yeah. We played them early last year too, remember?
We did. Yeah, we did. Yeah. But it's the brand that I think I'm going back to, Oklahoma,
Right.
Like you would think that would be not a primetime game, but a 3:30 or something like that. But, it is what it is. I enjoy a noon game from time to time.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy 4 noon games in a row, but I enjoy a noon game from time to time. So I can understand that time slot.
Yeah, I agree.
But I was a little confused on that one too at the same time.
Yeah. One of the games we talked about going to, with it being at home this year. But the early noon game, we'll see. Because the game we're about to talk about next is the one I really want to go to. So
yeah. I think everyone and their moms want to go to that game.
Yeah.
Yes, guys. So she is speaking of Bama. Bama is a flex.
Yeah.
If that is a 3:30 game, I will riot. Literally, I will riot.
It's homecoming too, so like it has to be a night game, right?
I mean, it has to.
Yeah.
It has to be a night game.
Yeah.
Just think about that, though. Alabama coming into Williams-Brice at 7 p.m. The crowd is rowdy. Everyone's had drinks, everyone's yelling. It's just the stadium is shaking.
Yeah.
Like when
Mizzou last year.
When Rocket scored that touchdown and there was a registered earthquake. Like, I'm not kidding. There was actually a registered earthquake after he scored that touchdown. Like, that was insane. But I'm praying that that's a night game. I really am.
I agree.
Because we have 7 home games. We could possibly have 5 of 7 of those games be night games.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, look at our atmosphere. Like, look at what they've done, all the upgrades, the lights, everything. Like, that is like pure cinema, obviously. So I feel like, with these networks and stuff, like, you want to show that kind of atmosphere. So we have it,
Of course.
I feel like that'll play into our favor. I'm hoping. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, like we said, we're hoping that's a night game.
Yeah.
So at Ole Miss, I don't know on that. That's the one where I was confused. It's a flex, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I truly don't know. I don't know what Ole Miss has, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know either. I feel like,
I'd love to play them in the afternoon. I mean,
I think it would be afternoon. I feel like it'll depend on like what we're looking like what our schedule, or excuse me, what our record is.
What we're doing that season. Gotcha. Okay. Right. I totally get that.
Yeah, and we're coming off a bye, so we play Bama, and then we have a bye week, and then we go to Oxford. So that'll be interesting too. And then you got those 2 away games back to back, like big travel.
I could, like you said, afternoon. I think that's what you said, afternoon.
Yeah.
For that game. Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
I would like it to be afternoon. Is Ole Miss a rowdy environment? I don't really hear too much about them.
I mean, I don't know. The Grove looks cool. I want to go there.
I mean, that's rowdy, but is the stadium rowdy? I feel like Ole Miss fans are like high class, I don't know. I could be going completely out of left field here. I don't know.
I know nothing about Ole Miss fans, but I feel like half of them don't really care about football. They're just there for the party,
For the party.
to dress up, maybe.
Yeah. But that's what I just said. High class. Like, they don't care about, of course they care about the football game, but I feel like they care more about tailgating the Grove, setting up for parties. Like, here in South Carolina, shit, we're poor. We don't got all that fancy crap here. We just we drink our Busch Light. We walk into the stadium and yell. That's what we do. Guys, I know a lot of you don't drink Busch Light. Sorry.
Hey, that's a good beer.
Yeah. But anyways, Texas A&M at Texas A&M. Excuse me, guys. Noon on the road. I'm fine with that kickoff. I don't want to play Texas A&M at night. I don't.
No, God, no.
God, no, I do not.
Get them over with. Let's move on.
Yeah. We played them once at night, and we actually went to that game. They beat us 33-3 or something like that. I was just like, never again. Never freaking again. So noon kickoff is perfect. I am fine with that. So, and who we got next? Coastal at 3:30. I mean, it is what it is. I don't care. I mean, I would trade a Coastal 3:30 for an Oklahoma noon. Let's be real here, but the schedule's already out, so we can't really do anything about it.
Yeah.
But and then the controversial game of the season that everyone's upset about. Clemson at noon.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lindsay. Yeah, I know you got a lot to say about this one.
Yeah, it's crazy, honestly. Yeah. I don't even know where to start. But
yeah,
listen, I'm kind of conflicted now. We look at we played them at noon these past couple of years, gone pretty well for us. So that's a plus. But also you look at it, and maybe we're just biased. I don't really know. But I just feel like this is such an underrated rivalry for whatever reason, because it's so good. Like, talk about a rivalry that is important and that literally we hate each other. Like, you know what I mean? Like, 1,000%. In the best way, if that makes sense. Like, there's so much emotion that goes into this game, I think, every year. And so I'm shocked that this would get the noon slot over, I don't know, boring rivalries that don't matter. Like Georgia Tech, those suck. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
I just feel like it's not getting the love that it deserves, but maybe we're biased.
And my thing is, what can we do to change that? Like, I just don't understand it. I really don't. Again, though, we beat Clemson last year at noon, but it was at their place. I don't feel they were as rowdy as they normally are. I felt that when I was walking in the stadium. I was like, damn, like,
I just feel like they're just arrogant too. Like, they didn't think they were going to lose that game. So they're just like, and then they got their asses beat. So yay.
Oh my God. 316, Lindsay. That is something you and I will never forget in our lifetime. And we would be telling our kids. 316. Wow. God.
A legend.
Literally a legend, not even a question.
Woo,
But yeah, I agree with you. I wasn't too happy about that kickoff slot at all. But it is what it is. We got our schedule. For the most part, I'm happy with it. I really am. I'm okay with it. I really want that Alabama game to be at night. I really do.
For sure.
So if Kentucky's at 3:30, it is what it is. I'm not gonna ride or anything like that. But Alabama game, Alabama's fans really need to experience Williams-Brice at night.
I agree.
Because I think they will truly be mind blown.
Yeah. No question. I just feel like that game will be huge. I don't know. LSU is going to be a hard one. We know that. Like, that's going to be difficult.
It's going to be a night game. Yeah.
If we get out of that unscathed, we'll be good to go. But I think Bama is winnable, really, really winnable, especially when you make it a night game, when you get the crowd involved, when you get the atmosphere going. Like, I mean, we could really do something crazy. So,
no, for sure. You know, and what year was that? 2016 when we played Alabama at home. That was 19, I think.
Yeah, later.
That was before COVID. Yeah, that was later. We were at that game, and Jesus, I've never seen a team get beat with the slant route so much in my life.
Yeah.
Like Alabama, literally every pass play was a slant, and they just outran our secondary like it was nothing.
Yeah.
You know? So hopefully that's a different outcome. And especially the outcome from the last time we played them last year, which we should have won that freaking game.
We literally just watched that game together. Like, what was that?
Yeah.
A week ago?
A week ago, yeah. And it's funny because we were watching it like we'd never even seen the freaking outcome of the game. We were like, go. Yeah. First down.
Hoping for a miracle.
Yeah.
But for real, like, this team can be special. Like, I don't know. I feel like this schedule, I know it's basically the same, so to speak, as far as SEC components or opponents from last year, but I just feel like it's doable. I don't know. Cautiously optimistic, maybe a little too optimistic per usual. But I don't know. It doesn't seem as like threatening, if that makes sense, as it did last year. You know, with a strong Mizzou, with LSU, they're still going to be good. But Bama, like all of the players, Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Yeah, Ole Miss is the one I think we can go there and beat them. I truly feel like we can.
Yeah. I feel like this is, things are looking good. So we'll take it.
Yeah. When we do our episode next month, I feel like we should do an episode where we just dive kind of into the team, into the players, and kind of highlight those guys we feel that's going to step up and, you know, contribute. I definitely want to do something like that. And I kind of want to, I know we talked about the time slots, but I kind of want to talk about each game. Kind of like what we did a couple of years ago where we did 6 games on one episode and 6 games on another episode. I feel like that would be fun, just breaking down the schedule, breaking down the team, and kind of give everyone like a heads up on what to expect this season. So, but we will look into that because like we agreed, we'll do 1 episode per month. And then once the season starts, you know, we'll do our weekly shows. So, but guys, we just want to give you a heads up on that, what we're going to do. I promise you it won't be another 6 months before you see us. So just wanted to let you know about that. But all right, I got to get on the road. I'm heading to Columbia to check out Cox by 90 event. Lindsay, I'll send you plenty of pictures.
You better.
Hopefully Clowney will be there. That'll be sick. I highly doubt it. But Dylan Stewart may be there. You never know.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. So I'm
excited.
Get a picture
with Morris or don't come back. I'm just kidding.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well, I want to come back, so I got to find him.
There you go. That is the right idea.
But seriously, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, we'll be back next month. I'll give a heads up so you guys know the date, time when we're coming on. I like these weekend morning episodes, by the way.
Yeah, same.
So it'd probably be the same time, day, whatnot. So, but all right, guys. Again, thank you for tuning in. On that note, go Cox.
Go Cox.
All right.